Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Please ignore the mess as we are in the process of moving. But today's video is all about being a quick service food and beverage cast member at Disney. Mainly because I'm tired of the cosmic rays slander all over my timeline every day. So I did my first college program in fall 2017. If you've seen my videos, you already know the spiel. And if you haven't, my name is Sophie and I did the college program in 2017. I am doing another college program in a few weeks and my role is merchandise, but that's a whole other video. As per usual, I have a whole list to go through here, so let's just start from the beginning. When you're doing the college program, you find out your location a week before you leave. I've never been like I don't want to say an actual cast member, but I've never had like a full-time job or anything, so I don't know how that goes. But for the college program, yeah, you found out a week before, so that's the first thing. Skipping to training, of course you do traditions first, so that's just like a welcome class. I don't really remember, I just remember that Mickey comes and it's really cute. I don't really remember. I will know because I'll have my traditions class in like 3 weeks. After traditions, I remember there was like a computer class where you just go and sit and it teaches you about like food safety and all of that stuff. I don't remember that too much either, but I just remember like being in that room, wearing headphones that people have already worn and having to watch a video and answer questions. Yeah, that was really easy. And then after that starts training. So of course you have your cute little earning my ears badge, button on your badge on your button. Oh, I know they take you to costuming maybe during traditions or a tour or something, so you get to see all of that and then you pick out your outfit. So as far as costuming goes, they do provide you with shoes for the role. You only get one pair of shoes, so I just made them last my whole time, and then they get to smell so bad. Oh my god, it was horrendous. I had to like keep them elsewhere. Maybe it's just my feet. They just smelled like grease. It was so gross, but anyway. So yeah, definitely don't want to keep those after. But the internship was only 6 months, so I just stuck it out and it wasn't a big deal. They are comfortable, to be honest, and I think you can choose between like slip-ons, like no laces or laces. Yeah, and then they take you to find your costume and you can check out, let me think how to word this right. You can check out 5 pieces of each clothing. So, you know, you can check out 5 t-shirts, 5 pairs of pants, like 5 belts at one time. So I always checked out 5 at once, so I had them ready to go for the week. I wouldn't wash my clothes at home because we didn't have an in-unit washer and dryer, and I also didn't want to mix them with my other clothes, and it's like a whole thing. They would get gross. So gross. The best part about it is that you don't have to wash them, so you can just return them. They have like what are they called? You know, like a trash chute where you open it and throw the trash down. It's kind of like that, where you just open it and throw in your costume, and then it scans it, so you don't have to like physically do it. Like I would go into costuming, grab my pieces, because I was always going like a jumper and like sweatpants, and I would go in, grab my pieces, change in the changing room, and then you just walk through like these scanners while you're wearing it, and it like knows what you're checking out and what you're wearing. So that was always really cool. During training, you will have a different trainer. You could have a different trainer each day. I think I had 2 different trainers. So there was 3 days of training. Your trainer will show you how to close, because that's what you'll be doing most of the time. That's what a lot of the CPs do, close. So we're out late. I mean, if you're doing the fall program, and if you're especially Magic Kingdom, I was always there until 1:32 in the morning, but I didn't start until like 7, so it was great because I got to go to the parks all day and then go to work. So yeah, your trainer will show you how to close, and then someone will come and check it, which they do that every night. One of the leaders will come by and make sure everything is okay. Then once you get the okay, then you can go home. On the last day of training, you have to take a test. It's really easy. I think it's written and some of it is on the computer too, but it's just about what you just learned and it's really straightforward. They told me that no one's ever failed before, so it's really easy. And then once you do that, you start your real working days. Yes, I only had 3 days to learn everything, but everyone is really nice and helpful, so if you leave that little red tag, the earning my ears badge on, that will save you. That's what I did. You can leave it for as long as you want, but it does feel good to eventually take it off, and then you're like, huh. As for all of the positions at Cosmic Rays, I wrote them all down. So let's talk about each one of these. So there are 3 main tiers. The 3 top tiers, you can be front of house, which is what I was. You can do the dining room. Well, I don't mean do, they just assign this. You can be in the dining room, which I know nothing about. I only worked 1 shift there, so I'm clueless as far as that goes. And you can be in the kitchen. Alright, so the positions for front of house. My all-time favorite position to get was drinks. Very clear, you're just making the drinks. So I have never worked fast food in a restaurant, none of that before, so everything was new to me. All of my experience was in retail. So the drinks would come up on a screen and it would say all the drinks. Ta-da! And when I was there, Disney was still using lids. They don't use lids anymore, plastic, I guess, I don't know. But they were using lids then, so all the punches meant like diet and stuff. No, you would use a straw for diet and then 2 straws for Coke Zero, I think, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a really fun game, which sounds crazy, but I love doing drinks. Even on a busy day, it was like a fun game to like get rid of the next one, move on, you know. I could not imagine what it's like doing that without the lids now. It seems impossible because the quickness of what you move, that's crazy. The only bad thing about drinks is that my hands would get so dry because you would just end up being sticky all the time, and I hate being sticky. It's my pet peeve. Is that what a pet peeve is? I just don't like it. So I would constantly be washing my hands like every chance that I could, and they just got so dry. But I mean, I had lotion to put on. They don't let you wear gloves. Like one time I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'll just wear gloves while I'm doing this and then I don't have to stop. And I don't know why, it's something Disney look, they don't let you. The next one is one of everybody's least favorite. It depends what mood I was in. Filler is the next one. So that is a person who if you've ever been to Disney, who you give your receipt to and they check it and then they get the food and they give it to you. So if I was in a good mood, I love doing filler because I love interacting with the guests. Sometimes if I was in a bad mood and then the guests were in a bad mood, obviously that doesn't work. In the summer it's hot. I mean, all the time it's hot, not just in the summer, but in the summer it's excruciatingly, is that even a word? Excruciatingly hot. Everyone's tired and hungry and it's busy in the summer near Christmas time, so that can be a little rough sometimes. But on a quiet day, which I know, quiet, how quiet does it get? But on a quieter day at the parks, it would be really nice, especially when there's a birthday song. Just wait until you work there and then you'll know. You can still give away free stuff like extra fries or a cake or a straw or a drink, small stuff like that. It really confused me at first because I was like, what's the limit? But I mean, just going off your best judgment, they don't tell you what to do or not to do. I remember one time I had 1 dining room shift, which I'll get to later. They have, oh my gosh, what are they called? I don't remember what they're called, but they're like to make a bad moment a good moment or something. I don't remember what it's called, but this guy came up to me and he had like ketchup all down his shirt, and I don't know how, but I got one of these cards. Why is it escaping me? And basically you just write on it, get a leader to sign it. Oh, did they have to sign it? I don't know, but I just wrote like, oh, he can go get a free shirt, like the limit $30 or something like that. It's just something nice that you get to do, so I loved doing that too. On birthdays, this kid kept telling me he wanted a balloon, and obviously we don't sell balloons, so I wrote it on one of those cards too. Anyway, back to the positions. Another least favorite was the topping bar. Now, if you get something you don't like because you clock in and it'll tell you what you get. So it's like, oh, please go relieve so-and-so at the topping bar, right? So if I did that, and I know, oh my gosh, this person loves topping bar and they have drinks, please let's switch. You can tell the coordinator and they'll switch you. They don't care about that. Or at least at Cosmic Race they didn't. The topping bar is the topping bar. You have to make sure everything is clean. That's doing the ketchup, refilling the bags, refilling all of the toppings, the lettuce, tomatoes, all that stuff, refilling the napkins, the forks, sweeping around in the dining room, so everything has to be perfect. And it's a lot, especially when it's really busy and there's people crowding and they're like, oh, I need ketchup, I need lettuce, I need tomato, I need this, I need that. Where is it? And also, if you've never had to change like those bags of ketchup, I could not lift it for the life of me. I could never do it. I'm like, no, sorry. There are 2 positions of stocking, which I liked one of them, not the other. So I loved being the topping bar stocker. So they'll also have like Cosmic Rays has a topping bar, and if it's really busy, they have another one on the other side, and then they have a condiments bar. So you basically stock all of those things, and it's amazing because when you don't want to talk to anybody and you just go around and you say, oh, what do you need? This? Okay, I'll write it down, I'll go get it. Then you go downstairs and you get everything, come back up, put it down, go around again, check what's missing, and then go back down and get that too. So I love doing that one, but I hated doing the, what would you call it? Like where the filler is and the drinks are, going around there and doing that stocking. I didn't really do it because again, it was really heavy for me. You just stock all the water bottles, and I don't know, I didn't really do it, so I don't really remember what else. You have to lug around the cart, it's too heavy, so I didn't do it. Oh, and the ice. You have to refill the ice. Too heavy. And the last one I can think of for now is prep downstairs, which another one I loved. At Cosmic Rays, we play music upstairs and downstairs, like in the kitchen. With prep, you just had to prep everything for the topping bar, so it wasn't like proper food you were making. Just lettuce that comes in a bag, you would put it in these black containers and put it in the fridge. Same with the tomatoes, you take them all out and you put them in the containers. You just made the slushies, which was like some juice and water, then you had to freeze them. And I think that's all the positions. I can't really think of anything else. As far as Cosmic Rays goes, obviously different places might have different places. What? Different places might have different positions. I don't know. Now, I didn't work in the kitchen, but I asked Curtis just give me a list of the positions you can get for kitchen. So I have no clue, except I did buns once, and that is just putting hamburger buns on a tray and sending it through to be toasted. Like the best position. But he told me they have nuggets, obviously cooking chicken nuggets, the buns position, fries. Oh, they have a runner position, which I was placed in once. The line, so if you've ever worked in a kitchen, the line of, I don't know how to explain it. Broiler, which is doing the burgers, stalker, same thing as I said before, just stocking the kitchen, and the salad bar, so you make the salad, I guess. I don't know. I only worked one kitchen shift in my life, which brings me to my next portion. For some weird reason, I thought it would be fun to pick up a kitchen shift because Curtis worked in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my gosh, we can work together in the kitchen. That would be fun. Like I was saying, when you clock in, it'll give you your position, what you're doing. Like, oh, go to filler or whatever. So for the kitchen, when I clock in and it said like go to nuggets or whatever, I was like, what do I do? They'd basically just put me on doing like really easy stuff, like doing the buns. And sometimes they would take us from front of house to back of house if they didn't have enough people. So they'd be like, Sophie, you want to do buns? And I'd be like, yes. It was so chill, just putting those buns on the tray. I mean, you could not mess it up. There's no way. Another fun thing about quick service food and beverage is if you're in Magic Kingdom, you get to do the Christmas parties at the certain locations. For the Halloween party, I wasn't able to pick up any shifts there because they would all go really quick. But for the Christmas party, it was at Cosmic Rays, so we got to hand out cookies and make hot chocolate. That was really fun. I got so many of those during Christmas, and it was so chill because you didn't have to close, although sometimes we would stay back to help everybody. But that was really fun. That was some of my favorite days, and me and Curtis were passing out cookies together. It was so funny. I see a lot of comments on Facebook about not getting enough hours, but in Cosmic Rays I always had enough. Basically, you always get 2 days off in a week, and I would probably get like 2 or 3 shifts that were 7 to 2 in the morning, and then the other days were like longer days where I didn't have to close, or even if I came in at like 3 till, that sounds like a lot. I don't know, but you get my drift. It was like 2 long days maybe, and then 3 short days, but you could always pick up, you could always ask for extra time, so that was never a problem for me. I also was able to pick up at Pinocchio's. That was the only place I picked up because I felt like I always had enough hours. You know, there was never a day where I wasn't working. No. Even if on my day off, like I wanted that day off, I didn't want to pick up at somewhere else, especially after I picked up at Pinocchio's. It was like the last few days of my program, I'm like, oh, why don't I just do this? The outfit is something else. That was one of the things I love about Cosmic Rays. The uniform is so cute. It's just black trousers and a cute top. There's nothing to hate about it. It's cute. I don't know if for different roles you get to wear your hair down, because obviously when we were doing the quick service role, I either like had my hair in braids or in a ponytail or a bun or something, but it always had to be tied back. But I feel like you can have it down, like thinking about all the other cast members I've seen, I think you can have it down otherwise. And the other day somebody asked me if it's true if you get paid more at Magic Kingdom, and at the time it was true. I haven't worked there since, so I don't know, but when I did the program we got $10.36 and everyone else elsewhere got 10, I think. That just goes for like quick service roles. I know like different roles get paid different amounts, but for that we did get a few cents more. So I guess every penny helps, right? I think that that's everything all about quick service food and beverage. Remember, this was my own experience. I just see so many negative comments about the role working at Cosmic Rays, and I get you because I was in that same position 2 years ago when I was doing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just wanted a fun role and a fun place, but Cosmic Rays was everything. I don't know, I just ended up loving it. I love working there. There are so many pros to it. Obviously every job has its bad days, but I just love working in Magic Kingdom, getting to tell people I worked in Magic Kingdom and getting to watch the fireworks every night, and the people you meet are amazing, and I still talk to them to this day. So stop saying the role is not fun, okay, because it's amazing and I had so much fun. That is all I have to say. I hope this answered some of your questions. If you still have questions, let me know. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys on my next one.